chapter 3 and verse 1.
The book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 3 and verse 1. But the souls of the righteous are in the hand of the Most High.
Read it again.
But the souls of the righteous are in the hand of the Most High.
Go ahead.
And there shall no torment touch them. In the sight of the unwise, they seem to die. And their departure is taken for misery. And they're going from us to be utter destruction. But they are in shalom. For though they be punished in the sight of men, yet is their hope full of immortality. And having been a little chastised,
read,
they shall be greatly rewarded. For the Most High proved them and found them worthy for himself.
How did he prove them? Through the fire, right? Read.
As gold in the furnace has he tried them and received them as a burnt offering.
And received them as what?
As a burnt offering.
Read verse 1 again.
But the souls of the righteous are in the hand of the Most High.
So we see that the souls of the righteous are the ones who are going to be tried by the furnace as gold and received as a burnt offering, right? All right, let's go back to verse 7.
Verse 7. And in the time of their visitation, they shall shine and run to and fro like sparks among the stubble. They shall judge the nations and have dominion over the people. And their power shall reign forever.
For how long?
Forever.
Read.
They that put their trust in him.
Read it again.
They that put their trust in him.
One more time.
They that put their trust in him.
Read.
Shall understand the truth. And such as be faithful in love shall abide with him.
Read it again.
And such as be faithful in love shall abide with him.
Read.
For grace and mercy is to his saints.
To who?
Is to his saints. And he has cared for his elect.
And he has cared for his elect. You got that Zonda there? You got that Zonda?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Read that last verse again.
Verse 9. They that put their trust in him shall understand the truth. And such as be faithful in love.
And such as be faithful in love.
Shall abide with him. For grace and mercy is to his saints. And he has cared for his elect.
He has cared for his elect. So we see from verse 1, these people are the righteous, are in his hand, right? Going to be tried as a furnace and presented as a living sacrifice, right? As a burnt offering, right? And it says that they shall judge the nations. And if we put our trust in him, it says that we shall abide in him. For grace and mercy is to his saints. And he has cared for his elect. Now, I asked for this dictionary for a reason, because I want to pull up the definitions of the word elect and of the word saints. The word saint, according to the Zondervan's Bible Dictionary, the word saint, in the King James Version, the word saint is used to translate two Hebrew words, kadosh and hasid. The root idea of the first is separation. In a religious sense, it means that which is separated or dedicated unto the Most High, and therefore removed from secular use. The word is applied to people, places, and things. The temple, vessels, garments, and the city of Jerusalem, priests. The root of the second word is personal holiness. The emphasis is character. It is a strong connotation. These words are used either in plural or with a collective noun. The reason for this is that the person standing before the Most High is regarded as a matter of belonging to a larger whole, the nation of Israel, or the Christian church. The larger whole standing in covenant relationship with the Most High. Who's in covenant relationship with the Most High?
Nation.
Right. In the Septuagint, the word hagio is used to refer to the Most High's covenant people, Israel. But it's not until the New Testament church that they try to, use this word to mean the Christian church, right? and read the definition of the word elect. As used in Scripture, both words mean chosen or elected. In the Old Covenant, Moses is called the chosen of the Most High. The nation of Israel is 6 times noted as the Most High's chosen people. The redeemed Israelites of the future will be the Most High's elect. And then once again it says that in the New Covenant, those who have received the Mashiach are called the elect, which is true. This is true. Those who have the faith of the Mashiach but still follow the commandments of the Most High. But we see that the elect and the saints, according to Scripture, are the chosen people of the Most High. But it's dealing in righteousness. We cannot avoid verse 1 that says the souls of the righteous, right? So just being Israel don't grant you this grace and mercy and this, everything, that's disclosed in this verse. But it's being righteous in itself. Let's go to 1 Corinthians. First Corinthians chapter 3, I'm sorry. Chapter 3, and let's start at verse 10.
The book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 3 and verse 10. According to the grace of the Most High, which is given unto me, as a wise master builder, I have laid the foundation, and another builds thereon. But let every man take heed how he builds thereupon.
Okay, stop right there. Let's go back. Let's go back just a few verses. 1 Corinthians chapter 3 and hold on 1 second. All right, chapter 3 and verse no wonder I'm in the wrong chapter. Chapter 3 and verse, let's start at verse 1.
Okay. 1 Corinthians chapter 3 and verse 1. And our brethren could not speak unto you as spiritual, but as unto carnal, even as unto babes in Hamashiach. I have fed you with milk and not with meat. For here you are not able to bear it, neither yet now are you able, for you are yet carnal. For whereas there is among you envying and strife and divisions, are you not carnal and walk as men? For while one saith, I am of Paul, and another, I am of Apollos, are you not carnal? Who then is Paul, and who is Apollos, but ministers of whom you have believed, even as the Master gave to every man? I have planted, Apollos watered, but the Most High gave the increase.
Okay, so we understand here that Paul is addressing this letter to who? The Corinthians, right? To a Gentile church in Corinth, right? And so he's letting them know that unto now, he said, even unto now I fed you with milk and meat, and unto now you were not able to bear it. Neither are you able to now. So even the small things that he was trying to bestow unto them, they still couldn't get it because their minds wasn't dealing spiritually. They was dealing in carnality, and they weren't dealing with the understanding according to the Most High. Because they were saying, some was saying, Paul taught us this. And others were saying, Apollos taught us this, right? But he says that Paul planted the seed. Apollos watered the seed that Paul planted, right? But it was the Most High that supplied the increase of that seed that was planted. And then they should have right understanding according to that increase. Go ahead, read.
Verse 7. So then, neither he that planted anything,
That's Paul.
neither he that waters,
That's Apollos.
but the Most High that gives the increase.
So that neither of them are supplied with the credit, but the Most High who gave the increase. Because they nothing but just messengers. Right? Go ahead, read.
Now he that plants and he that waters are one. And every man shall receive his own reward according to his own labor.
So we bringing the same message. It ain't no separation. You don't have to separate between who learned from Paul, who learned from Apollos. We one. We bringing the same. We dropping the same thing. Right? Go ahead.
Verse 9. For we are laborers together with the Most High. You are the Most High's husbandry. You are the Most High's building. According to the grace of Yah, which is given unto me as a wise master builder.
So I'm sorry, go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead, go ahead.
I have laid the foundation, and another builds. But let every man take heed how he builds thereon.
Now, see, he just said the same thing, but another way. I mean, it's all metaphorically speaking. But if one man plant and one man water, is that not the same that one man laid the foundation and it's another man that build, right? Same exact thing, right? Go ahead.
Verse 11. For other foundation can no man lay that is laid, which is Yahushua HaMashiach.
So the foundation is the understanding of the Mashiach, which we just read out of the dictionary, that those in the New Covenant church are brought into the election of the Most High through the faith of the Mashiach, right? Go ahead.
Verse 12. Now if any man build upon this foundation,
which is the Mashiach, read.
Gold, silver, precious stones, wood, hay, stubble, every man's work shall be made manifest. For the day shall declare it, because it shall be revealed by fire. And the fire shall try every man's work of what sort it is.
So whatever you build on this foundation is going to be tried by this same fire that the Mashiach is going to bring, the one that's going to immerse you with the spirit, the set apart spirit, and with the fire, right? It's going to be tried by this same fire. Everything that you build upon the foundation is going to be tried by this fire. Read. 14.
If any man's work abide, which he has built thereon, he shall receive a reward. If any man's work shall be burned, he shall suffer loss, but he himself shall be saved, yet so as by fire.
Yet so as by fire. So even if what you build upon the foundation, even if it's burned, the man himself is not going to be harmed. You shall still receive the reward because of the foundation. But it's letting you know that what you build upon this foundation, no matter if it be gold, I mean, this is talking, no matter if it be great or small, as long as it's built upon that solid foundation, and once it's tried by the fire, even if it burn up, the foundation still remains, right? But like I said before, it's all about righteousness. It all boils down to being righteous, or being, like they said, just like the sacrifice, it has to be acceptable. Right? That's what it all boils down to, because if you present your body as a sacrifice acceptable, then when the fire comes, you are accepted. However, if your sacrifice is defiled and it is not acceptable, it won't be accepted. I mean, this is evident, like, naturally. Whenever somebody sacrificed, like when Saul took those animals to sacrifice, but they was not accepted because they was not, he was told not to even take them, not to even touch them. So what he did, the sacrifice was rejected. The same thing with Cain and Abel. Cain's sacrifice was rejected because it was not acceptable. It wasn't what the Most High asked for. Right? Let's go to 2 Peter 3. Start at verse 7.